Hi everyone, my name is Susie. Thank you so much for being here tonight. So today what I'm going to do is I am going to go over the Arbonne Ready in 5 with you. So this comes together in a set, some amazing products. So together it should probably be about 10 to maybe 15 minutes. So here we go. So this is the Ready in 5 makeup set. I'm going to just show you what we're going to cover in the 5 sets, which is really cool in the set. So what's in the set is the CC Creme, which is the Pollution Defense Broad Spectrum Sunblock. It has SPF 30, which is amazing. And then also it comes with the Speaks Volume Mascara in black. And also a Shake It Up Tinted Brow Gel, which is the brow cream, and also a glossed over lip gloss, Love. And then also a blush. So that's what I'm going to be using today in the set, which comes all together. And then I might throw in a couple of other things because I'm crazy like that. All right, so here we go. Let's start. So I'm going to start with the CC Creme, SPF 30. This is the medium color. You only need a little bit. I already prepped my skin with the RE9 Advanced Contouring and Lifting because once I hit 50, I was like, what girl, you deserve this. So whatever I need to do to keep my skin looking smooth, tight, and awesome, that's what I'll do. So this is the CC Creme in medium, Love. So I'm gonna use my fingers. It's totally up to you. I like to pat my face. I'm not a big lover of stretching my skin or anything like that. You can use this all over your face. It's buildable, so you can use it as a sheer coverage or you can use it as a full coverage. And so we're not talking about this little line I have right there because that's a little wax burn, but you know what? When we're in COVID-19 and we have to self-isolate, sometimes we just gotta do what we gotta do. So I'll be covering up that little bad boy and we won't even know that it's there. So that's the first side. Again, this is medium in CC Creme and it is buildable. You can use your fingers for a medium to full coverage. You can use your sponge for more of like a sheer coverage, and then you can use your brush as well. So that's always nice, right? So I'm just gonna add a little bit up here on my eyes, blend it all out right here. And like I said, I like to pat and blend because that way it's not too like rubbing on your face because you only have one. So there we go. So there's the Skin CC Creme that I love, and I'll probably go over this a little bit with my concealer at the end. So, Love. Okay, so it feels light, feels like nothing's there, and that's what I love. So that's the CC Creme. And then I'm going to set it with the, this is the Redness Rescue Mattifying Powder. If you have a little bit of red in your skin, the green actually helps to counteract that red that you may have. And so you could just use a loose brush. Again, as I had mentioned earlier, if you want to use this to blend out a little bit more of that CC Creme, that's totally up to you, or you can use your foundation brush, which they all work, okay? So I'm going to set it with this mattifying powder, which is the Redness Rescue. And I'm just gonna go over it like this, just lightly. Right, just like that. And then, because I love this stuff so much, you can just use that just to kind of minimize the red. As you can see, it's settling down in my skin. And then I'm also gonna just do a dash of this translucent powder, which I love. I usually put a little bit heavier here underneath my eye, only because if I have any fallout when I do my eyeshadow, I want it to look flawless and seamless. So moving on. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with this Shake It Up Tinted Brow Medium Dark. That's the color I'm using today. And what's wonderful about this is it's a tiny little brush and it has a little bit of product, but it goes a long way, so you don't wanna do or use too much. So I'm just gonna do little tiny strokes. I start from this top right here, work my way in, and then work my way out. Just a little bit. And when you do your eyebrows, you don't want to bring them down. You want to try and do these little strokes to where it's stroking up, right? Because if you bring down the arch, then it's going to make your eye look heavy, and we don't want that. We want a look of lifted and open. So just kind of light strokes, just like that. So there's that one. And then again on this side. So I'm just kind of tapping it a little bit here, all the way up and around, just like that. So that's the medium dark and the Shake It Up Tinted Brow, which you can get this or you can get a pencil in the set. Totally up to you. So love that. So here we go. It also comes with the blush, and you can choose whichever color you like. I'm actually, when I ordered my kit, I ordered Blossom because I love the name, but also I love the color. So I'm going to use this little blush brush here. Just kind of tap a little bit color on there, tap off a little bit, start right here on the cheeks, and then work my way up towards the hairline. Nothing, you know, nothing too hard, just like you've been kissed with a little bit of sun and it had a little bit of a peachy, pinky color. That's what this Blossom color is. I love this color. So this is the blush right here, everyday color. It's a staple key color you have to have in your collection. All right, then in addition, what I like to do when I do my lips, I like to use a lip pencil. I line my lips with, oops, all right, let me stop that because I'm getting a little carried away here. So I like to line my lips all over, and that way it prevents it from fading or creasing. So I'm just gonna put on my lips, this lip pencil. You can use any nude lip pencil that you'd like. I'm gonna leave it kind of more neutral, so that's why I'm doing this. So just kind of lining my whole lip to prevent it from fading or creasing. All right, just like that. And then I'm gonna use Mimosa, like the drinky. All right, this color is so pretty. It just kind of adds like a pop to your lip. It hydrates, it's just so luminous, I love it. So this is the color again in Mimosa. So just like that, all right, okay. So then what I'm going to do, because we just have a couple more minutes, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I want to actually throw on a little bit of eyeshadow. So I'm actually going to use this Comet palette that comes with all the shadows in the set. And when I use the eyeshadow, I always like to pat the color on, pat a little bit of eyeshadow, and then I just press it onto my eyelid. I don't like to go back and forth because when you do that, then you get a lot of fallout. So it's best to always press and use your pinky as like a little kickstand, so you're not, you know, like you're just kind of like this with your pinky right there, right? So I'm using that lighter color just for from the base up to the underneath the eyebrow. So I'm tapping this on my eyelid just like this, all the way up underneath my eyebrow, just like that. Okay, love. All right, and then I have a lot of eyelid. I have very small eyes, so I want to make them look open. So I'm going to use like a medium crease color just for the crease. So that's this color here that I'm going to use. And I'll just pick up a little bit. This has high pigment in the eyeshadow, so you definitely want to tap some off so that way you don't have a lot of fallout. So I like to just go right here in the crease and then go out towards the corner and blend it all out. Just like that. Right? So I'm kind of taking it up. Every eye is different, but I'm just kind of going for a soft look today, just kind of neutral. And then again, I rest my I rest this on my chin just for balance, because if your hands are just loose and all over, you're gonna get a lot of fallout and it's not gonna look as tight and as seamless, because that's what we want. We don't want anything to look like hard, and we don't want your makeup to walk in the room before you do. So you want it to look natural and like it wasn't any effort. It's effortless, right? So just like that, that's a good neutral color. Okay. So I'm going to use this mascara. So normally I wouldn't have done all that, but I wanted to just kind of show you a little bit. So whenever you're using your mascara, a big mistake that we do is we pump it, and that's not good because it dries it out. So what I always do is I roll it. I roll it on my hand like this. Roll it until it picks up into each bristle of the brush. This is an amazing brush, so it grabs all the lashes. And so you want to start from the top, work your way down on the lash to the lash line, work it all the way down, and then kind of let it dry a little bit. Go in at the tip just the tip. Just go like this to the bottom, because if you add any more, it's gonna look clumpy and we don't want that look, right? I have very tiny eyelashes, but it's okay. So just like that, I'm gonna let that dry a second. I'm gonna go back over here with this side, just little strokes back and forth down here, and then go back in and comb them back up. So that's what I'm doing here, just kind of like that. Oopsie daisy. All right, so I'm gonna let that first coat dry, and then again, you're just kind of going up and down right here. And I haven't even put any concealer on yet, but it's all good. All right, so I'm gonna do one more coat because I need to, because my lashes, I don't know what's going on. Oops, let me take that off. All right, so I'm just kind of going back in here, just trying to build it out for you. And then, okay, here we go. My little eyelashes. And then, okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of concealer, again, because as I mentioned, I have that little owie on my lip and we don't want that to show. This concealer is like magic. It covers everything, I love it. And then, so I'm gonna set that there for a second, just because I want more coverage right there. Okay. All right, so on your concealer, it's good to just do like this, like you're just brightening up right here, and consider this area like a V, like a little V right here. That's where you're going to put and brighten that area underneath your eye. And then also you're going to draw it down your nose just like this. And then to make your cheeks look more contoured, you're going to line it right here all the way to here. That's what you want to do, because we want our cheeks to look very defined. So I know I'm taking up a little more of your time, but I told you I get excited when I do this makeup stuff. So we're just doing some lines up here, just like this, because we're wanting to highlight it and make it look really, really bright. So we're gonna go down in here too, just like that, okay? You see? So what you're gonna do is tap this out with your finger. Use this finger right here because it's the weakest finger. You don't wanna go in with the heavy, strong finger, because then it's gonna just wipe it all off. So you're just tapping just like this, and you're bringing it down, just like this little V right there. Yay, we love brightness. All right, just like this, and take it up a little bit so it's all blended. Love this concealer, it just takes a little. And then right here on my nose, cover that to highlight right by my lip. And then right here, this is where you're gonna blend it out a little bit, because for right now, we just are trying to give our cheeks that really contoured look, right? So I'm just blending it out just like that. And then I'm gonna go up in here and highlight this, just like that, because I want it to look bright, just like that, right? Just natural and smooth. Okay, so we're almost done. I appreciate your time. So I'm gonna use a contour brush, and I'm going to use a bronzer. And the bronzer I'm gonna use is the Starlight Glow palette that Arbonne has. This palette has it all. It's like amazing. So I'm going to use the darker color that's like a bronzer color to add more definition to my cheeks. So that's right here, just from the hairline underneath the apple of your cheek, right? And then the easiest way to remember is like a 3. So we're going right here, down, and then underneath here to the jawline to really make it look defined. All right, so that's the 3 on that side. And then we're gonna go back in on the other side, and we're gonna do another little 3 like this, right here, and then tap it down right here, just like that, easy enough, a 3. And that's like if you're skiing, you're naturally gonna get that hit from right here. It's not gonna be all over your face. So you want that natural look. So just like that, just soft, so it looks finished and it looks seamless. Nothing looks like you're adding to it. It's just seamless. This little feather brush, love, you're just gonna get that highlighter and just hit it right here where we wanna brighten it up, right there, add it to your nose, right here and right here, because that's, again, gonna give you some light and brightness. I'm gonna go back in with this brush. With the darker, the bronzer, I'm just gonna use it as a little contouring to just finish out my definition by my nose. So right here, I'm going from underneath the eyebrow, just filling it in right here, just like that. And then I'm gonna go back in here from underneath the eyebrow, right here, just like that. Just like that. So that way it kind of makes my nose look skinnier, because it's too expensive to have a nose job. Maybe one day I'll do it, but for right now I'm using powder just to be my best friend. And then what I always do is I always like to go back over with the concealer. I just put a little tiny bit more right here just to highlight it again. And then I tap it with my fingers just like that, and I kind of blend it a little bit so it all looks good. Just like that. And then what I do with the concealer, because I love it, is I use a little tiny bit more right here as like high points on my eyebrows, because I want them to look lifted, like if I just instantly put in Botox or Juvederm or whatever. Not saying I did, or not saying I don't use that, but I'm just saying that's where I'm gonna put this, and that just, again, lifts your eyebrow to make it look really like, hey, I'm here, and looking alive, and we always wanna look alive. So just like that, and then you can also add a little bit more here, but I know we're like, because I could keep you here all night because I love makeup. So I just kind of wanted to go over a few things with you with those colors. So those are the, that's the Ready in 5 makeup set. So the makeup set that I showed you at the beginning, it actually all comes together with this, and everything I shared with you with tips, they're all in this little brochure. So that way you have it as a little handy handout when you're getting yourself ready, right? But the additional things I shared with you today were just some tips that I think are helpful to help brighten up your face and help you look natural and smooth. And even in our 50s, I mean, for myself, I still want to look nice, radiant, but look natural and seamless. So that's all I have for you tonight. I really appreciate you staying on here and checking it all out. Please check with your independent consultant so that way they can help you. I'll add the color list underneath in comments later on. So have a great night, everyone, and please be safe. Talk to you soon. Thank you.